Hey guys, welcome to today's episode. So it's been a long time since I made any videos and I wanted to tell you what I've been working on and how it's going to help you in your business relating to Scale Fast. So about this time last year, I'm recording this in January of 2023. I had this idea, I wanted to start a business software. And so that's what I did. I hired some developers and we started building this CRM entire business platform from scratch. But I had this goal, I had this vision that I wanted to build this platform where you could do everything to start and scale your own business. And that could be a brick and mortar business, could be an online business, but this platform would do it all. It would do email marketing, it would be a fully functioning CRM. Okay, so you could follow up with leads, you could have phone sales, all of that happening. It would have advanced marketing automation. So when I say marketing automations, what I mean is you can have different actions happening based on certain conditions. For example, if a lead does this, they click on this link or they fill out this form, then they get put into a different sequence. So in other words, you can have these marketing automations running when you're sleeping. So I wanted it to be able to do that. Payment processing. Being able to process payments, do upsells, do continuity. I wanted it to do everything, build websites, build funnels, everything. Also to have a dashboard where you could see your existing sales, you could see what you were projected to do, are you on track, are you behind with meeting your goals, all of that. And so we started building it from scratch. And it was a lot more complicated than we actually thought. We're now about 15 months into it and it's actually going incredibly well. I'm quite happy with what it can do. So I wanted to give you a quick tour in this video of where it is, what it's looking like right now. Of course, you can go and get a 14-day free trial. You can try it out for yourself. No strings attached, you're not obligated to continue with it. But in this video, I just want to give you a quick rundown of what it looks like so far. So let's dive in. Okay, so I'm logged into a demo account right here. And the very first thing you're going to see when you log in is your dashboard. Now, the great thing about this is you can fully customize your dashboard. You can have graphics, visual displays of data based on leads. You can have it based on sales rep performance and of course, sales. That includes your current volume plus, most importantly, your projections. So for example, in this particular account, besides these top sales little widgets here, we have here projections. So for example, the previous best month in this account was December 2022. They have no sales in this particular month. Now again, this is just a demo account. So it's saying that you're on track to fall 100% short of last month. So this tells you how you're going for the existing month. So if you were at half your volume, for example, of your previous best month, this would say you're 50% short of your previous best month. Now, anytime you want to customize this, you're going to go to add widget and you can add whatever you want. You can see virtually everything here. It's fully customizable and you can also move these widgets around wherever you want. So whatever is most important to you, you will be able to update. So just like that, you drag and drop and you move them around. Let's go on over to manage. So under manage, this is where you're going to be able to add your staff. So for example, if you want to add a new sales rep, you can come in here. You're going to add their name goes here. You're going to add their email, okay, whatever their email is. And then the best part is you can fully customize their permissions. So if you want them to be able to see certain things, you will go here to permissions. You can have it where, let's say you want to hire someone to build websites for you. Well, you can go to see and edit websites and you can update their permissions. If you only want them to be able to see their leads that they're following up with to do sales, well, you can do that. So this way you have full control over what people see and what they don't see. And anytime you want to lock someone out, you just come on over here, you click on active, inactive, and straight away, now they no longer have access to your account. Now here under emails, this is where you're going to be able to send out your email broadcast. So the way that this works is you're going to go to create email. We have a wide selection of different templates that you can choose from, and you can also specify which list you don't want to get the email. So you can get really specific about who is getting an email in your live broadcast. So name of email would go here, whatever you want to call it. Let's say I want to send it to everyone. I then go to next step, and then this is where you would pick your design. If you want to model a recently sent out email, it's going to be here, but otherwise you can go here. Now these images here right now are not updating. That's a recent change we did, but if you want to preview how it looks, great. I say yes. Let's go ahead with this one. So I click on select, and now we've got a template. So then we would start editing the email. So you would come in here and you can just go ahead and start typing away. You do your email, you add in your links, you do all of that. When you're ready, you go next step. Okay, it's saying I need to do my subject line. So I'd say subject line goes here. We say yes, save changes. Next step. Now you always want to send out a test to yourself. So this is where you can do a send test email. You put in your own email address, send it to yourself, make sure you're happy with it. And then once you are ready, you would click on send email now. You can also schedule it for later on. And that's it. That's how you would send out an email. So I'm going to get out of that. Now you can also come over here to email template. If you have a specific design that you want, so that on future broadcasts you can just pick your template, then you can add that under templates. Now under links, this is where you can actually set up links that track how many clicks, but also more powerful than that is you can have it so that when they click on a link, it triggers an automation. And that is quite powerful. It's really actually quite powerful. So let's say I have a link, right? I want to do an email campaign where I want to see who's interested in a particular new course I'm launching. So I might call this course 1. I'm going to put in my URL, whatever it is, and when they click on this link, I'm going to apply a tag. Now later in the automations, we can have the application of a tag trigger an entire automation. So it could be an entire email follow-up sequence. It could be an outbound phone follow-up campaign where we put them into a sales pipeline where our reps are calling them. We can do a lot, okay? We can also add them to the pipeline here. I'll show you what a pipeline is in just a moment. But I click on create link. So now when I write my email, when I put in the link, I will be able to reference this link, and this clicking the link triggers a lot of automations. Why is that important? It's important because normally we would have the lead fill out a form, but now there's 2 steps. They've got to click a link and then fill out a form, and you lose a lot of people between the click and the filling out of the form. By having everything triggered just by clicking a link, it greatly increases your response rate. Now we can go to contacts. This is essentially your CRM. This is where you're going to see all of your leads, and you can go into one of your leads. You can see all of their data. You can see what tags they've clicked on. You can see all their responses from filling out forms. You can see what products they've ordered, what list they're on, their email stats. Have they opened emails? Have they clicked on links? What automations are they in? So all of that's going to be under here. We also have this really useful merge tool. So typically you are going to get different contacts that are actually the same person, but they've just filled out a form twice and they've used different names. So with this merge tool, it's going to automatically sense or pick up what contact is likely to be a duplicate. And then what you can do is you have the version 1 of the lead and the version 2 of the lead. And you look at it and you think, okay, is this actually the same person? So if they've got the exact same first name, last name, and phone number, but different email addresses, you know that's the same person. So then you simply pick, okay, well, let's merge them. Let's use this second email. Everything else looks the same, and it creates this merged version where it gets all the data from contact version 1, contact version 2, brings them together so you don't lose any data and merges that contact. So it really just saves you time. That's quite powerful. So that's under contacts. There's also custom fields, tags. I won't show you that. That's fairly explanatory. Now let's head on over to pipelines. So what is a pipeline? Pipelines are really for phone follow-up, phone sales follow-up. For me, that's one of the most important things. After email marketing, that's your next big source of sales. So what we can do is we can create a new pipeline. We give it a name, pipeline 1. And this is where you can have stages that your phone sales reps are going to be moving leads through. Okay, so we go into this pipeline and we have deals. Now, right now we have no deals. How is a deal created? Well, a deal can be created when, for example, someone fills out a form. We'll get to forms in just a moment. But your deals would go in here. So let's just make one deal, okay? Just this is gonna be example deal. And I'm just gonna pick any lead, Jenny Doe, for example. I'm going to assign it to staff name. So this would be one of our sales reps. And we're gonna go add deal. So in a moment, it's gonna refresh. This is what a deal looks like. A deal is basically a prospect for your sales rep to follow up on. And over here, it says that this deal is 0 hours old. So if we come back in 24 hours, this is going to say 24 hours. It also tells you how long this deal has been in this stage for. So your first stage is typically going to be the stage to tell your sales rep, call back this person. So the sales rep logs in, they see, okay, I've got to call back Jenny Doe. Straight away, they click on view. They've got a phone number. They're going to make that call. And let's say that Jenny Doe is interested and wants some follow-up tomorrow. You know, it's a bad time right now, but she wants to call back tomorrow. Sales rep is going to move that deal over into this stage. Now, here's where this gets really powerful. We can have the movement of a deal from one stage to another trigger all kinds of automations, email follow-ups, a lot. It's really quite powerful. And now we see how long this deal has been in this stage for, but also the total age of the deal. So if your sales rep's behind on their follow-up, you're gonna see. In fact, you can set limits for how long should a deal be in a stage for. Let's say that we don't want anyone being in this stage for more than 24 hours. Well, as soon as this deal has been sitting here for more than 24 hours, over here, this age of deal, this will turn red. So once this is 25 hours, it's going to be red. And that tells you right away, and it tells the sales staff too, give priority to these people. You're late. This is overdue. You've got to call back this person and move them along through the pipeline. The whole goal of the pipeline is to move them through to a sale. But if they're not interested, to also then move those people out of the pipeline to another stage so that you can focus on the prospects who are most likely to buy. Now, you can add as many stages as you want. This is fully customizable. So we can give our stages different names. We can reorder them. We can do really a lot of things. You can edit each stage like this. You change the name. You can add the tasks. So the task might be, you know, send PDF quote, have them submit this form, whatever you want. And moving them from one stage to another can trigger all kinds of different automations as well. Now you can also have it so that when you move them from one stage to another, that also assigns them to a different rep. So for example, you might have your sales staff and you might have your fulfillment staff, completely different. So after your sales staff close the deal, they collect the order, they can move them into a fulfillment stage, and that will automatically reassign that contact to one of your fulfillment staff. Now they can see that lead when they log in, and they can follow up and they can do the fulfillment. So that's pipelines. Let's head on over to automations. This is where Scale Fast gets really powerful. So with automations, let's go into one here. Okay, this is an existing one. Now, there's not too much in this automation, but you can change the name, active, inactive. So the first thing is you want to define the trigger. What starts the automation? So in this case, the lead fills out a form. Could be an order form, could be a regular form. But we can also have it where a tag getting applied would trigger this automation, or joining a list would trigger the automation. You define that, okay? So it's fully customizable. So here we can add a time delay. This says right now 1 hour. This is your delay from the previous step to the next step. You can change this to whatever you want. You can have it be up to 30 days. You can have it be in hours. So you've got complete control over how you design this entire thing. Now, after the time delay, what's the next step that you want to happen? And you can do a lot. You can have it send an email, for example. You can have it add a tag. You can have it remove a tag, add or remove to a list, add to a sales pipeline. You can even assign it to a different rep as well. So you've got full control over what it does and what the time delay is as well. This is really what I like most about this. You can design some really advanced automations, and this is about essentially putting your business or aspects of your business on autopilot that just frees you up. It frees up your time. It allows you to scale. So at the end of the day, business all comes down to systems, having certain actions depending on a previous interaction with between the lead and your marketing, and you can design anything you want with this. It really is quite powerful. Now down here you can see all your stats with the emails, you can see who is in the automation, and we're going to keep on adding to this. Right now we're working on showing how many people are waiting for the automation, how many people are in the automation, how many people have completed the automation. So that's all coming. Now, next we have websites. With websites, this is really funnels, websites, and there's a lot that we can do. The cool thing is as well, if you have a website that you want to model from another ScaleFast user, you can import the entire thing in about 10 seconds. So every single one of these websites, you can generate a share code. You just click on export website and you pick the website, you get the code, and then with this code, I can go to any other user that's using ScaleFast and I can import their entire website and then customize it. Funnels as well. So if we want to create a new website, I'd click on create new website. This account's at its limit. And then you would be able to choose a template. So if I want to add a new page, for example, you also have global header and footer. So let's say you have a menu of your website, you just do it once and then it's applied to all your different pages. This is how it starts off. It's a very basic template. There's really nothing here. But if we want to add a different section, for example, I'm going to come up here, I'm going to click on add sections. And we can start adding in sections for the website. If we want to change text, we can do that. If we want to change a background image, we can also do that too. Each section, we can also change the settings. We can move them up and down. So it works really in blocks. You've got building blocks here. The background image here, if I want to change the background image, I've got my library here as well. This is a library of different images, and you can create folders. You can do a lot of different things. So I say okay, and there we go. We've changed the background image. Now, if we want to start adding in forms, we can also do that too. We can add headlines, we can add buttons, photos. It's completely customizable. Everything can be played around with. We can add videos. So there's a lot that you can do. You can also add in pop-ups as well. Again, we want to add in a different section here. You can easily change fonts, okay? If you want to customize it, you want to start adding in your own HTML, you can do all of that as well. you can duplicate entire sections and then just come over here, you go paste. So now we start pasting the different blocks. Once you're happy with it, you go save. You can click on preview, see how it looks at any time you want. This obviously doesn't look that great, but we can, if we spend time on this, we can make something that looks really amazing. And also you come up here to your pages, and this is where you can customize the URL extensions. So you can change the page title, you can make things public, not public. And also if you want to customize the CSS, if you want to start adding in tracking code, you can do all of that as well. You can connect it to domains. So we'll log out of this. If you have a domain on GoDaddy or any other platform, you're just going to come over here to domains. You're going to add your domain. You then update the DNS. If you get stuck with that, you message me, I'll do it for you. It takes 5 to 10 minutes, very easy to do. And that's how you're going to connect your domain to a website. It's really quick. Let's now go to forms. So with forms, we have our own form builder. This is where you can create any kind of form, whether it's a simple email form like this one right here, or if you want to get something more advanced, you can start adding in different fields as well. So for example, if I want to add in an address, very easy. We click on add address and it's over here. Now, if you want to change the design of this form, you've got full control over all of that. So we can start changing font colors, for example. We can do all of that. So if I want to go for a green, I can do that, okay? And it's going to update. If I want to change the color of a button, I can do that, okay? And it's going to update. Now, we're actually in the middle of completely rebuilding this form builder. In about 1 week, this will be much more powerful, and we're going to have templates of the forms as well. So these forms, when you're building your funnels in your websites, in the website builder, you can just select your forms. Now, as well as that, with the automations, remember, you can set a trigger of an automation as one of these forms that you built. So someone fills out the form, done. Okay, that's gonna start one of your automations. Over here in e-commerce, this is where you're gonna see all of your sales. The first thing you would do is you would come into Stripe configurations. This is where you add your Stripe API key. You're gonna get all of that from your Stripe back office. And that's how you're going to connect Stripe to Scale Fast, okay? Order forms, this is where you're going to build your order forms. You can have a lot of different order forms and then you can embed them onto your website. You can also have coupon codes too. So if you want to offer, say, a 20% discount with a coupon code, you can do that. You create a coupon code and it's done. Here in sales, this is where you would see all of your sales. You got your basic stats at the top here. And that really, it's self-explanatory. You can add products too. So you might have an ebook, you might have an online course. You're gonna have all of that. Now also, when it comes to membership websites, in the website builder, I didn't show you, but you can actually have pages that are accessible only to people with certain tags or who paid for certain products. So if you wanna have a members area where they have to log in to see certain content, you can do that. That's all live right now. You can do all of that with Scale Fast. So in a nutshell, that's really what is here right now. It's quite powerful and we are adding to it every day. Now, the great thing about being a user of Scale Fast right now at this time is I'm 100% focused on getting users. I'm not really focused on doing things that are scalable. So what that means is if you come to me and you say, Matt, my business is a little bit different. I've got this thing over here. I need a feature that can do this. So you're going to explain it to me and then I will get it built very quickly. It's not scalable to do that, but because we are at these early stages of building Scale Fast and we're so focused on getting users, I'm willing to do all of that. So if you tell me you've got custom requirements no problem. We will get it custom developed for you. Just tell me what you need. For example, I have a user right now and they're selling ebooks, and they're using Stripe to process their payments. And they say to me, Matt, we want to be able to add on PayPal as an option. So we're getting that done. In about a week and a half, we're going to have the ability to process payments with PayPal and have all the stats and everything passed into Scale Fast. So that's the big advantage of being a user right now. If you want to check it out for yourself, go and get a free trial. It's a 14-day free trial, scalefast.com. You don't even need to enter your credit card. You can just take a few seconds, sign up, log in, have a look around. If you have any questions, reach out to me, but check it out. I honestly believe that this can really help you scale your business. And like I said, any custom requirements, let me know, we'll get it done. Okay, that's it for this video. Hope to see you soon and talk later.